Good day, everybody. This is the Ecclesiarch here, back to you with some Warpforge. And today we're going to actually start playing a Warlord that I think is going to be a solid anti-meta pick once people get a hang of those Genestealers. Now, the reason for that is quite simple. She is good at most of the things that are currently going to be in the meta. She's good against Gordrang because she can permastun him. She's good against Dark Angels because he basically stops them from using their agenda. She's good against Chaos because Eldar are in general quite good against Chaos. And she's going to be nice against the Genestealers because she's going to be playing Aggro. So most of the deck that we have here is the same as your any typical Eldar deck. However, we do have some things here like double Fire Prism to deal with armor, Irla the Huntress because the whole stun synergy that we got here. We also do have one copy of Fire and Fate just to replay some troops when we need it. We do have one copy of Whirling Death just to have a little burst on the troops, plus to be able to deal damage to the adjacent units. And we're going to have Craft World Convergence for card draw, as well as getting Spirit Stones. We also do have double Shining Spear, nothing too special there, just a couple of more early game flankers. And other than that, this is mostly going to be the same type of Eldar deck that you will see, except the Warlord is going to be Jain. Now, without further ado, let's actually jump into a couple of games and let's see her in action, alright? So today I played a couple of games with her. I lost a couple against some very interesting picks that I did not expect to see, for example, Emotech. But other than that, she's been performing quite well. I think we're going to swap everything. And yeah, this is pretty good. I would say Infinity Circuit Surge here would be nice because I am holding the Warp Spider, which I have, by the way, only one copy of in my deck. I think 2 Warp Spiders are always a little bit of an overkill because you're mostly ideally you're cycling these guys back into your hand. And you're not gonna get a chance to play like double Warp Spider, you're just gonna fill your hand most of the time. Okay, he replies with a Striking Scorpion, which I think is a great answer. At the same time, what we can do is we could actually do an interesting risk here and try to stun that, but honestly speaking, I just prefer to cycle this because I know that Keltoc is not as good on aggro as we are, and that kind of puts us at a small advantage, you could say, in the early game, because late game he wins because of his gigantic Reclaim the Stars combo. So you really wanna be able to abuse this as much as you can until you have time. So we're gonna bash him again, obviously. Just gonna drop another Warp Spider. We're going to take this out. And once we take that out, we can also deal a little bit of more damage to Keltoc. Just whittle him down a little bit. Get him to 22. So he's about to already have the amount of energy that he needs for his combo. But I guess we kinda don't care, because it's not changing much for us. Okay, that is perfect. He wasn't able to abuse his Striking Scorpion Exarch, which is great. Just gonna drop this again, and I'm gonna go face. So as I said, the more I beat him up, the better it's gonna be, and the sooner I beat him up, the better it's gonna be, right? So now he uses a Banshee Mask, which is nice, I guess. And probably next turn he already gets what he wants, which is bad, but what can we do, right? Not much we can do about that. So I do have a couple of plays here. I'm just thinking which one is going to be the best. I think going face, in most cases, is going to be the best. So I'm gonna bash here. Then I'm going to do the Whirling over here that deal 2 extra damage to Keltoc, because why the hell not? And I'm gonna use Stun. It stuns this, which I think is Actually perfect. I wouldn't mind it stunning Keltoc either, because I need to push that damage in. Now it's the Reclaim the Stars turn. That's why I've been keeping my Eldritch Storm in my hand. Well, apparently there's no Reclaim coming, which is great. I'll take that gladly. He does play Dance of Death, but he does not attack, which makes complete sense, honestly, because, I mean, you know, he doesn't want to lose any more HP, right? We're going to stun Keltoc right here. He's out of Banshee masks. He could play Howling Banshee, however. But we actually have all our stuns in our deck, and we also have our own Warlord stun, which is going to keep him occupied. Ooh. I think he's done, right? Yeah, at this point he should be done. Yeah, we got lethal. So this is 4. This is going to be another 4. Never forget that you can deal extra damage with your Warlord as well, just by buffing her attack instead of using the stun. So even though Jain is mostly for spamming stun, don't forget that you actually have 4 attack option as well, which you mostly want to use against Warlords that you want to beat down as soon as possible. She's pretty good in Eldar Mirrors as well. However, Eldar Mirrors will be quite a bit luck-based as well, so you gotta be careful on that. Eldritch Storm and Craftworld Convergence, I think, are both gonna be nice. I'm just gonna ditch one Eldritch Storm. Let's get Aspect Shrine, 100%. Okay, he does Infinity Circuit Surge, which I think is kind of good for me. Because I can start by dropping the Striking Scorpion right away, which is good. And he starts with the Locust. Interesting. Okay. Well, Striking Scorpion it is. We go face. I don't know which one I prefer to get stunned, actually, Scorpion or Jain. I think both are fine in their own way, but I think Jain getting stunned would be better, because Scorpion can, if something, deal 4 damage, which is good. Oh my god, get that shit away from my forest, man. Okay, that's fine. Root Prophet, that's okay. So we're definitely getting rid of the Cult Propaganda. Taking out this bad boy here. And then we're also gonna take this out. Don't forget your Shuriken, guys. Obviously you want to attack 0 range attack with non-Shurikens, and you wanted to attack the one with 3 range attack with this, so that you don't take any return damage. Okay, Metamorph Icon Bearer. That is actually a pretty scary thing, I'm not gonna lie. So what do we do about this? I think what we can do, honestly speaking, is we can do the Aspect Shrine. We can actually do it like this, because our Banshee can just take this out, give us a Spirit Stone as well, and just unload on this guy as much as we can. We really want to be finishing him off quickly. You guys know how frustrating playing against Genestealers can get, and we really want to be, by the way, emptying our hand as much as we can. Plus we have Craft World Convergence, which means that if something, I can still pull cards if I need it. So again, he starts giving me trash, which is basically what Genestealers do for the most part. I guess we don't mind too much. Oh my god, we have the Scorpion, but the problem with that is... oh man, that's sad. Not letting me play my stuff on curve. Well, let's see how many more traps he can give us. I don't think... It's good that he hasn't played the Underground Network yet. That is usually the problem when dealing with these guys, because once they make those traps cost more, it becomes difficult. She's, as I said, pretty good against Genestealers, but it's not like it's an auto win. it's still difficult. It's not an easy matchup, and I don't think it can be an easy matchup. So okay, he gives us another piece of trash, which is called propaganda. I'm guessing why he's giving me called propaganda. Most probably there's like... Oh my god. Most probably he's got a ton of shit. Hey, I gotta get rid of this. I think we'll just clear.
Your doom already walks among you.
I guess. Okay, there's the icon bearer.
One of us that falls, 100 more will rise.
Oh my god, I can't describe how much I hate the icon bearer, to be fair, guys. One of those cards that I wish did not exist. Oh, and he's also doing that because he... Oh, that's smart. I gotta give it to the guy, that's pretty smart. That is pretty smart. Oh, and he's also doing that. Holy hell, yeah. Okay, you know what? I can deal with it, actually. I can deal with it this way.
The shadows are always vigilant.
So he is gonna have those Day of Ascensions, but... Days of Ascension, I guess that's the correct way, but by keeping these two things stunned, this turn he's not gonna be able to get any more of those, so... Oh, Metamorph Leader.
The Day of Ascension approaches.
How many does he have? He generated 3, I don't think he generated
The Day of
more.
Ascension approaches.
How many more do you have, small units, there that you can play? Don't think he should have many more. Oh, okay.
Children of the Grizzle Pit.
Yikes.
The Day of Ascension approaches.
There are things we can do about this. Let's start from this. That is pretty good. However, that has to go. Okay, he blew most of his ammunition. And I got Craft World Convergence. I should be able to do something about this. Don't think he's gonna have enough to combo me with that. I don't believe that. Yeah, sure, there's gonna be Brute Profit, but... he probably doesn't want to attack here, because I finish him off next turn.
To me, children of the Grizzle Pit.
Yeah, he's finished. He's finished. But, again, pretty difficult. So that Day of Ascension combo was very nasty. But fortunately we got him. So as I said, one of the big things you actually get is the ability to just play aggro, empty your hand and push your advantage. But as I said, it's not gonna be easy. Definitely not gonna be something that's easy, because they do have... Genestealers do have a lot of combos. One of the problems that you're going to be facing against the Genestealers is trying to figure out exactly what kind of Genestealer you're playing against, because they have so many playstyles right now, which I think is really cool. I think that's what we want for all the factions. They can play a basically neophyte focused build. They can play a trap focused build. They can play a combo build for late game. They can play a one-shot combo with Nexus. Can be like a very vehicle focused build. That's so good. That is probably something you want to see for most factions in this game, right? So I think that's pretty good. I think they're taking it in the correct way, but I'm just not sure how Toxic is going to be dealing with one specific archetype there, which is going to be the Sabotage archetype. So we have yet to see that, I guess. Currently, one of the cards that I really dislike and I'm worried about would be the 3 energy card that gives you 2 barricades in your hand. I think it's absolutely stupid because 3 energy to draw a card and plus give your energy a 6 energy's worth of debuff, I think is just bad when you also remember that that reduces your Patriarch cost by 2. So it's a pretty terrible thing, especially if you play it in the late game. You can just annihilate your opponent with that. By the way, what's up with not finding any opponents? Are people not playing today? Well, we'll see. If we run into a Gordrang, which is likely because a lot of people picked up Gordrang against the Steelers, it's gonna be pretty good. By the way, that is not the best matchup you can get. I'm gonna keep Wailing Doom. That is definitely not the best type of matchup you can get. I would say Nemesor Zahndrekh is a pretty good pick against Jain overall. Why? Because he can constantly be creating front lines and he can overwhelm you. And he's not letting you go face because he's constantly attacking your... he's constantly making front lines, which is a problem for you. Fortunately, I have a nice start here. So we'll see how it rolls. Let's hope he doesn't get Endless March just yet. Because if he does... Or was it a Relentless... I don't remember what it is, like basically the 3 energy legendary that gives shield to his remnants. If he does get that, it's gonna become a very difficult game very quickly. So he also does Reanimation Protocol. I think that's pretty cool. Oh, and he goes face. That I would say is pretty interesting. Not sure if it's correct, however. And I'm gonna drop a Striking Scorpion. I wanted to stun him actually, but now that I think about it, having a Striking Scorpion will be great just to clear these out. If I can also keep the Warlord permanently stunned, it's gonna be really good. Okay, drops another one. Ashes. I think that's good. That is pretty good. We're gonna get Dance of Death here, so we take this out and I just go face. If he does a Resurrection Orb, I do have Eldritch Storm ready with the Aspect Shrine. Considering I have Wailing Doom in your hand, like whenever you have this in your hand, you know that you just gotta rush down the enemy face because you essentially have one of the best finishers in the game, if not the best. It's like the Vengeful Spirit from HHL. Although Vengeful Spirit I think was a little bit better because it drew you a card. While this is... AoE is nice on this, but I think Vengeful Spirit was a little... Okay, does another Relentless March, maybe a Tomb Blade. Nope. Passes the turn. I don't think passing the turn is what he wanted to do here. So we do this. Then we're gonna drop the Banshee. We're gonna take this one out. So reason for that being, his adjacent remnants don't disappear, and when he passes, this one is gonna disappear. If I destroy this, this just goes to his right, and he still keeps 2 remnants. This way, he was only left with 1 remnant afterwards, which is big, because he is going to be focusing on resurrecting his stuff, because that's what Nemesor pretty much does. Nemesor, as I said, pretty difficult matchup, but it doesn't mean that it's always gonna work in his favor. This is scary, actually, I would say. That is something we need to get rid of as soon as possible. We cannot let that stick. So I think what we do here is do this. Then maybe drop this bad boy. Just make sure that Nemesor stays stunned so that he doesn't finish off my Scorpions. And just keep attacking him. So next turn I think will be the Eldritch Storm turn. Because probably this is when he's gonna start to swarm or whatever, and I'm just gonna damage him enough so that my Willing Doom finishes him off. Possibly. It's weird though that he hasn't really played anything up until now. Another Hex Mark. Okay, fair enough. I'll take that. So here's the thing. I think the play here is actually Eldritch Storm. Because what Eldritch Storm is gonna do, we're not playing this for clear. We're actually playing this for a burst. So, yeah. Yeah, this is how we're gonna do it. And what we're also gonna do, just in case, is we're going to take this out. So that he doesn't end up pulling some crazy combo with, I don't know, resurrecting it and then suddenly one-shotting my Warlord. Let's just stay safe. You never know. If he has enough 1 energy cards, he could actually one-shot us. So he would resurrect it, take this out with the Warlord, then maybe Extermination Protocol here, it attacks once. Yeah, it's possible for him to... It would be possible for him to do something crazy, so... Yeah, we don't want to risk it. So now we have like a zillion ways to finish him off, because we got everything we need, but we're just gonna do it in the classic way. There you go. Alright, GG. Pretty good. So, who are our opponents again? Anvir Keltoc, Magus, and Nemesor. I think that's a good start. We had 3 different matchups, which is pretty good. Sisters of Battle. Now, Sisters of Battle is another matchup that I think favors you a lot. Disrupted Sanctuary could actually be genuinely good here. I'm going to play it. Again, I know not a lot of you guys have it, but I think mostly it is advised that you use this against the sisters whenever you can.
You face the storm of silence.
You are defiling sacred ground and will now face his judgment.
Okay. Oh, Everguild fixed the bug. Nice. So there used to be a bug when you would play the Sanctuary as the attacker, it would only hit your units, the troops, never your Warlord. So they fixed the bug. That's great. Props to EG for a fast response.
No armor will save
Okay, alright. We'll take that. Oh, unfortunate. Exactly the reason why you want to be always using this against your opponent. Because, well, as you can see, it completely disrupts the game plan of the sisters, especially when you're playing against somebody like Erica, who is very, very nasty with her attack, with her health buffs. But this way she doesn't get to do anything, honestly. We're gonna... I think why not? Let's just burst her. The more we keep her stunned, the better it will be. Great. Went on our face as well. Actually, it's really good that they fixed the bug. Not only because it was very abusive towards the sisters when you were playing like a no-troop Warlord, like let's say Gordrank, for example, but also because it was bad for you, because you always knew it was gonna hit your troops, which is in a lot of cases bad. You don't want that always happening, right? Let's play the Wind Rider here. Take this out. Still keep her stunned. I have no intention of letting her out. I don't want her to pray. So I'm just gonna keep her at very low faith. Yeah, she's, as I said, so Jain Zar is also really good against the Sisters of Battle. I think the difficult matchups for Jain Zar actually are heavy control factions. Ones that can actually, you know, just lock her down lock down her options, maybe spam the board. Like Astra Militarum is actually genuinely okay against Jain Zahndrekh, but the thing is, the Genestealers are currently going to kill the control archetype, which means that you as a Jain Zahndrekh player are getting a very big bonus. Now if she drops a front line, I got the Fire Prism to just punch through it. No, she will just do that. I always keep forgetting that it's better to place invisible units like between when you're playing with sisters. I don't know why she's going face though. I think it would be nice to just take out the oh, because she's got 3. That's right, never mind. It's correct to play. It's the correct play. So in this case, what I'll do is I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna go face. Reason for this, once again, I don't want to take the extra damage. I'll keep this. And so the Disrupted Sanctuary only works when you use up all your energy. Plus, this is more important than this because sisters don't have that many crazy strong flyers, but they do have armored troops. And even if she plays like, let's say, Saint Catherine's Triumph of Saint Catherine, that can actually be bad for her because instead of 3 damage, I will deal 5. Well, not 6 because part of it's gonna be reduced. Okay, that's great. She has to... I wonder if it was a good idea to... Okay, never mind. To not buff it, but I guess she needs the health, right? You could technically just finish her off here. But I think what we do is we stun her. Let's drop the Warp Spider. Okay, I made a big mistake. You first always draw and then you drop something. Always draw first. Maybe you're getting something really good. Always draw first and play later. Draw first, play later. Remember that if you're new to the game. That's gonna save your game quite a few times. We're also quite low, by the way. We're 12, but that's normal with Jain Zahndrekh because you're playing Aggro, so mostly you're just punching. Okay, Guidance of the Saints. So what you're gonna play for 10? Adelaide.
All that you are and all you have done.
And what's after Adelaide? Celestian. Okay, I think we got him, right? Yeah, that should be it. Just a Lich Storm that and GG. Okay, nice. Very good. Very, very good. Very, very, very good. So, it's good that we got a very diverse amount of like types of opponents here. Because we can see Jain Zahndrekh in action against many different factions. So that kind of gives you an idea how to play against each of them. Why is there still so few Chaos players on the ladder? Why are people not playing Chaos? Buggy is at 4,130. Holy hell. And there's Barrick here at 3.6. Where am I? I'm at 19, right? Okay, fair enough. I'm not that far away. Okay, people have climbed with Chaos like crazy. That's cool. Ooh, well, look at what we have here. We have that monster of a character. Wonder if he's going to be using the Infinity Circuits Surge. I would be glad if he did, kinda. Because... But actually, no. So this is a very annoying opponent. Be direct. Yeah, does play it. MrWeasel.
From the wastelands of Damnathor, we rise to claim our freedom.
Okay, brother, okay. I'll take that. Drop the spider. Bash.
And fade.
You know what the problem with this is? I'd prefer if this dies rather than comes back to my hand. Because against Genestealers, you want to empty your hand. But we'll see what we can do. Maybe he will play something that will actually allow me to do that. Instantly with this bullshit, huh? Okay, bro. Okay. instantly with the bullshit. Well then, we're also instantly gonna go face. Yeah, as I said, I don't like the idea of this coming back to my hand because it's filling it up. Yikes. I hope he doesn't have the second copy in his hand, because if they're lucky enough to get the second copy, you're usually in a very bad situation by then. Because it's basically just ruining your game. You're just forced to just waste all your energy to just empty your hand once they give it. And this guy can keep generating, or girl, or whatever this is, this can keep generating sabotages in your hand, which is nasty. Okay, he plays another sabotage. Holy hell. I could ignore this, I guess. Yeah, I could ignore this. Technically, I could ignore that. Let's do the Banshee. But not attack with the Banshee. And let's also drop a Ranger. Get rid of some things from my hand. Just try to empty it a little bit, so we don't become Patriarch food. So we need to constantly keep her stunned, because this is terrifying. I actually love how they've integrated... Oh, not good. I love how they have integrated the slay mechanic from the Dark Angels here. I think that's pretty good. So here's the thing. I think I'm gonna do this, followed by this uncomfortable move, then this, and we're just gonna stun her. We're gonna take damage because of it, but I mean, the thing is, he doesn't have many cards, so what are the chances of him having double network and also having the perfect card that's going to, by RNG, kill this? I don't think there's a lot of chances. This time, oh man, oh my god, I think he has it. You can't be serious though. Can you? Okay, no. Oh god, this is so annoying, so annoying. Okay, fortunately you're stunned. You can't do anything about it. So we're gonna do this to you. We'll get rid of one. Gonna do this. Yeah, and we're gonna bash. Doesn't matter. So if he plays the card that explodes the traps, it's going to be 12 damage. So he should have something to kill this. Plus the... Oh my god, I think he does have it, right? Okay, one of it can actually hit the gem. Okay, please, at least if one of it hits the gem... Nice. Nice, very good. Very, very good. Perfect. Perfect. Very good. Very, very good. Okay, let me think how we're finishing him off here. Yeah, I think this is the best way. You attack, and then you do the Fire Prism. Again, very, very difficult to deal with. And it would be even more difficult if I didn't have a permastun Warlord. Imagine like playing something that actually plays troops against that. It would be horrifying. Because every time she'd just be able to kill anything under 3 HP, under 4 HP, sorry, while also adding a trap into your hand. Crazy. Oh, we got an Astra Militarum player. Nice. That's a hard matchup, by the way. That's a hard matchup. They can also benefit really well with Infinity Circuit, because their tanks come out earlier, but for some reason he chooses not to play it. Yeah, the new Warlord is gonna be... very cancerous. I can already feel it. But we're also playing Cancer, so, you know. Alright, fair enough. Don't think he really needed to do that, though. A little bit overcommitment, I think, but from his part. But I mean, I'm not complaining. I think it was better if he had kept it against something like a striking scorpion. Because Eldar have way better stealth units than just the ranger, you know. Okay, so what's there? Lead by example, nothing? Really? Okay. Since that is the case, let me drop another scorpion here. Not another scorpion, but another stealth unit. And just keep beating him down. He's quite tanky because he has basically the same type of ability as Abaddon, just to constantly keep increasing the HP. Plus the Flamer did some extra damage to me, so he's a little bit ahead in HP, but I think we're okay. Now, we're also good against him, technically, because that ability to oh, I don't think he should have done that. I think he should have buffed the Ogrin. Personally, I think that's what he should have done there. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna keep him stunned. So I'm also actually kind of good against him because I'm not gonna let him trigger his duty a lot if I keep him stun locked. And yeah, speaking of which, I do know that the new Warlord is probably gonna be super toxic, but technically speaking, we're playing Jain Zahndrekh, right? So the fact that we're playing Jain Zahndrekh makes you want to complain less about the enemy Warlord being powerful, because we're also playing an uber toxic Warlord. I just think that probably Genestealers are going to be a little more toxic than her, because this does shut down some archetypes completely, like Gordrank for example, but Genestealers are going to kill all of the control factions. The new Warlord, I know some are saying that he's not that good, but trust me, once you start playing against that and you see bazillion traps suddenly amassing your hand, yeah, it's not gonna be the best. Okay, that's actually a pretty strong play. Why? He could actually ranged it, and he could have it alive. But well, whatever. Okay, this is really good. So we get Scorpion Exarch here. We're gonna stun, and we're gonna whack him. Oh, it's Norka the dog. Norka, I think he is not using one of his strongest tools, which is to basically be able to buff the HP on his troops. I don't know. Let's draw a couple of cards. Let's see what we get. First of all, we got too much stuff here anyway. Huh? Okay. I think I'm okay with sacrificing this, to be fair. Gonna drop this. Gonna keep him stunned. Okay, now the tanks are gonna come out, and this is where it starts to get extremely ugly, because that's gonna be too much armor for Eldar to deal with. There's, for example, the Thorn tank. And I think we're not going to be able to get our stuff that's actually going to be able to compete with it, right? Let's see what we can do. Yeah, I think this is what we do, basically. This is the best we got here.
I bring swift demise.
Okay, that's one Rugaldorn down, but that took our whole resources. As I said, so Astra Militarum is quite difficult, and I even think that he made a couple of crucial mistakes in this game, which is not buffing the HP on his tanky units. But fortunately for us, Astra Militarum is not going to be a very common occurrence in the game, so we should be fine. Oh, we got the Huntress. I don't think she helps, though. I don't think she helps. Maybe just still do this. Let's see how much damage it deals. So it basically dealt 1 damage. Yikes. What do we draw? Okay, the Astra Militarum just kicked our ass. Let's let him finish us off and move on to the next game. So as I said, here's one thing that can deal with Jain quite well, which is a control faction with a lot of bulky ass troops, right? So this is one, this is like actually one very good counter, but as I said, due to the Genestealers, there's not gonna be a lot of these guys happening, right? He's probably doing the regiment quest. That's why he dropped all his regiment stuff out. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be it, boys. That's going to be it. I think it's a good demonstration of what you kind of should play if you ever get like a meta like a Jain meta. Obviously, it was horrifying when she had 2 stun, but now things like this can work really well against her. Which I do like, because I think that every toxic warlord should have their, you know, counter meta, let's say it like that. Counter tactics, sorry, not counter meta. So with the Genestealers, it's going to be aggro. With Jain, it's going to be control. So okay, what is this? Okay, we got another one of those things. We're keeping Wailing Doom, but we're not ditching Fireheart. Get the Aspect Shrine again. Is it the same guy, I wonder? There's already a lot of people who have this Warlord, right? Let's hope that at least this guy...
From the wastelands of Damnothor, we rise to
at least this
claim
guy
our
doesn't get
freedom.
the Underground Network turn 1. Would be annoying. I'm going to actually do this instead.
Shadows are always vigilant.
I don't want that Warp Spider shuffling back into my hand. I'd find that very annoying. Again, Master Outrider. Your thing. We'll take that. I'd say that's pretty good. You know what I'm gonna do here, guys? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna then do this. Do this. And then I'm gonna bash his face like this. So, emptying our hand, plus pushing the aggro. Because I know that on Wailing Doom, I just finish him off. I also know that he used the circuit, which means that I get better chances of actually pulling this off, which is great. What do I do here? I think I actually sacrifice the Shroud Runner, and I keep the Scorpion alive, and I absolutely have to stun her, because otherwise he's just gonna use the ability to take this out and also give me the trash in my hand. We don't want that, right? We don't want that. He still gives me trash in my hand because... well, because that's how it is. Let's hope it's... yeah, that's bearable trash, I would say. But here's the thing. Actually, let's do this. This trades. Let's get rid of this just in case. Let's do this. And give him a little lap tap on the face.
I will touch the walls of the oppressor.
It's absolutely not good. That is not good either. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, so this way he can only take out one of them with the Saboteur. Perfect ambush, huh? Yikes, yikes, yikes. Come on, man, come on, just stop that. Cult propaganda. That's not too bad. So he chooses to miss damage rather than holy hell. Can I get a friggin... No, I can't get shit.
Surround them.
That's not too bad.
Strangle them like the serpent.
That is not good. That is not good. Worst possible target, the Warlord. Yikes, we're losing to a Saboteur. That's kind of sad. But Saboteur is a really good unit, so to be fair, makes sense. Kinda. What else does he have here? I mean, we do have a chance still, right? We just need to roll something good.
For the great patriarch. I am the
Okay.
bloodied blade of Cain.
Let's see if he has 2 damage. Not 2 damage, he needs 1 damage actually. Day of Ascension, really. Yeah, that was pretty scary. We basically lost to a single card, which kind of sucks, but that has always been there. That isn't really anything new, to be fair. That's a card that has always existed, and it has always been super dangerous to deal with. So, you know. Okay, we got Abaddon. Interesting. Hellfire Outburst, I think, is the way to go here. So we won 2 matches out of 3 against the Genestealers. I'd say that is pretty good. Stelma.
You face the storm of
I know what kind of a deck Stelma is playing. He's playing the aggro deck. It's actually dangerous. Because considering the type of deck that he's playing, this might actually be not be a good idea. What I'm doing right now. Or we're at least beating him up a little bit. That's something we absolutely have to do. I like that he's also fighting us, like, you know, not holding back. I think that's pretty cool of him. Usually playing Hellfire Outburst against Abaddon is not exactly the best call, guys, because he is very, very beefy and tanky. But at the same time, you can kind of pull that off. Let me show you a cool thing here. We're gonna do a oopsie here. Basically, we're gonna get, both of us are gonna get so squashed here. It's crazy. Absolutely nuts. Look at our HPs. I think next turn we can actually get him. Really depends on what he plays, but still. A little bit crazy. Ah, yeah, Eldritch Storm it is. If it does another 3 damage, I'll be very lucky. Well, no, but I'll take it. And it's game over. GG. Yeah. Hey, this is the stupidest offense card in the game, by the way. But, well, GG. GG to my man. Well done. Okay, guys, so I think that's a demonstration enough how this Warlord works. I think I might end up playing her quite a bit, because if there's gonna be like a army of G-Stealers and Gord ranks, she's just gonna be the very good answer to all of that. You could also go for Keltoc, by the way, if you don't want to be obnoxious. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.